Herman Mashaba, welcome to Joburg today. The last time we chatted, you were Herman Mashaba, the mayoral candidate. Today you are Herman Mashaba, the Mayor of Johannesburg. What is the first order of business?
Thank you very much, first of all, for this great opportunity. Yes, talking to you a few months ago as a mayoral candidate. And people of South Africa, Johannesburg in particular, spoke on the 3rd of August. And yesterday, my DA and our coalition partners, we made history. We ousted the ANC. And for the first time in the 22-year history of our democracy, that Johannesburg is under DA-led administration, and I'm the mayor to steer the ship. So I'm excited with this.
Major turning point, of course, yeah.
Major. I think we needed to save our country. We needed to get Johannesburg to drive our economy. If you look at South Africa over the last 100 years, Johannesburg has always been the economic engine. But the last roughly 10 years, we were beginning to lose grip of our country's economy. I'm sure you heard Reserve Bank a few weeks ago announcing the GDP growth coming at flat. At the same time, you look at inflation, 6% plus. So you and I, we're poorer than we were a year ago. Because if the economy is not growing, but inflation is going up, unemployment, Stats SA just announced the numbers, Johannesburg sitting at 31%. These are all scary numbers. And we needed something that can save this country. And fortunately enough, the democratic structures in place for our country came to the party. And we ousted this corrupt, inefficient government. And we've put in a government that has proven beyond any reasonable doubt. Where DA governs, unemployment rate is the highest, no corruption. My colleagues all over where we govern are committed to public service. Now we're going to do it here in Johannesburg. We've taken over Pretoria, we've taken over Nelson Mandela Bay. What exciting future ahead of us. So South Africa, it's a great country to be in again.
Absolutely, and you mentioned one of the biggest sticking points is job creation. But the question is, how does your administration, how will you go about creating that enabling environment to promote job growth in Johannesburg?
I mentioned yesterday and throughout the 7 months of the campaign that given the opportunity to be the mayor, I will immediately declare corruption public enemy number one, because corruption steals from the poor. It steals the future of our nation and the opportunities. So we've got to put together an administration that is not going to tolerate and accept corruption. So by so doing, that's one of the factors that attracts investment in your city. Because I know as a businessman over many years and speaking to other business people, it is almost impossible to do business in the city of Johannesburg because every state official wants the cut of whatever you want to do. And,
and it's public resources.
When you get involved in corruption, you do it once, you're sucked in, how do you get out? So for us as a DA-led administration, corruption is declared public enemy number one. At the same time, what we do is government is not going to be the one creating jobs. Our role is to create an enabling policy framework for businesses to operate, particularly small businessmen and women. Those are the ones that I want. I've said so many times, entrepreneurs are going to be my biggest friends. Those that run businesses, I want them to go out there and make money. Because when you make money, you employ our people. When you make money, you pay taxes, as long as you run a legal government. Then what happens? When you pay these taxes, you have a government that does not steal public money. We will ensure that we use this money efficiently to get value for it so that we can go out and provide basic services to our people, roads, water, electricity, give our people sewer. For me, it's been quite a traumatic experience to see some of our settlements, some of our poor communities with no toilets. How do you expect a human being in the city of Johannesburg, the city which the ANC government promoted using our funds, promoting it as a world-class African city? And people used to say to me, Alexander Zanspreet, Kassen, saying, Mr. Mashaba, what is this man talking about? Is he insulting us?
Yeah.
Men and women for 10, 15 years, they've never had an opportunity to work. I think it's because of ANC being insensitive, not accountable. So I commit and I pledge to lead a responsive government, to lead a government that is pro-poor South Africans, to ensure that we give them dignity. Because we want to see 10, 20 years down the line, we start actually nurturing and we start getting the results of our hard work that we started August of 2016.
Part of your big appeal as Herman Mashaba is that you're a savvy businessman. You have a very good reputation when it comes to being in business, staying in business, etc. So certainly people will take you seriously, which is why you are mayor today, when it comes to talking about corruption and talking about creating jobs. Let's talk about private sector engagement. A lot has been done with the previous administration. How will Herman Mashaba, the businessman, take this forward in your own unique way?
In fact, in 2 days' time, I think on Friday, I'm hoping to be able to announce my mayoral committee. And I'm putting someone that I know is going to drive economic development, to work someone who, with me, we can engage private sector, starting with small businesses. We've got to nurture them. Let us create an environment for them. Let us go out to big businesses. Let's go out to the banks. Let's go out to big companies. Please. What is it that you want to do in our city? Please, the door is wide open for you. What can we do for you? We're not right now over with the ANC government for them doing anything for all of us. They thought they were doing us a favor. I'm saying under my administration, the business community, the voters out there, you are my bosses. So I'm saying to the business community, please, tell us what you want us to do. Where are the bottlenecks? What are the delays? Please let us know. We want you to run businesses. We want you to make money. We want you to employ our people. So I'm inviting the business community, please, as a matter of urgency, come and talk to me. Talk to my MMC for economic development. We're here. Myself as the mayor, I will be driving economic development because it is through it that we can deal with this social inequality, economic inequality that we see created by ANC government focus on corruption. I'm not there to steal anybody's money, and I will fight. And those that steal from the public, I will chase them personally to ensure that we punish them. For people to know there are consequences behind corruption, behind criminality.
Very inspirational. I'm sure people will be looking forward to seeing some positive results out of those strategies that you will be driving. I want to talk about a pain point for Gauteng motorists, and that is e-tolls. And the DA has been, a front runner in the fight against e-tolls. What will your administration be doing for consumers, for Gauteng motorists?
I'm going to continue on that journey. Our national office over the last few years, they've been fighting this. And I made a commitment to people of Johannesburg. I said, please vote us into power. Because when you do, the JMPD, it's not going to be used. One of these days, I'm going to be meeting all the senior security clusters, including the JMPD. I would not want to see a single official in the JMPD harassing our communities on behalf of Central. So if Central wants to collect monies, collect whatever, they must go somewhere else. You cannot use the services of JMPD. JMPD is supposed to be there to make sure that we respect the bylaws, that are there to protect our communities.
So, a lot of people are not paying
and
to use
I can assure you, with me now as the mayor of the city, the JMPD is going to be receiving a directive not to stop or harass anyone on behalf of e-toll persecutions. So that's the first step. But the second step, people must understand e-toll is a national competency. Please help us 2019 so that you can have Mmusi Maimane as the leader of this country. Then we can then handle this at the national government, that we can completely scrap this e-toll harassment of our communities.
Because for us as a DA,
we're against it. Cape Town, we fought it. And complete Central completely failed, but we'll bring this back to Johannesburg. Short term, as I said, JMPD is going to be stopped from harassing people on behalf of Central. Secondly, please let us prepare ourselves for 2019. Then Mmusi Maimane can be the leader of this country. then we can get him and our parliamentarians to immediately pass legislation to repeal this e-toll saga that has been used to harass our people for the last few years.
Sounds fantastic, and it was absolutely fantastic to have you with us today. Thank you so much for your time, much appreciated. And we look forward to hearing more from you and your administration. You definitely have a lot of great work to do in this great city.
Thank you very much. First day.
Thank you very much. All the best, Mayor Herman Mashaba.